going to sit in this for a little bit. This is just like the best thing that's happened on this channel in a while. Just Matt sitting, miming his Batman statue. Let's all just sit and live in this. Subscribe, everybody.
Subscribe now.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't get much better than this. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to DC Junction. I'm right.
And this is Matthew. I don't know why this hasn't been next to me the entirety of the show.
Well, the setup.
Shown it.
We've shown it, but like, let's be honest, the setup at your office has been what it is, and this is kind of the last hurrah of Matt in his old office. We missed a week. Matt's been moving, things have been going on. So next week Matt's going to be in his new space, but there was enough going on this week. It was like, all right, let's get one. Let's get one in there, and we're going to talk about some fun stuff, some not so fun stuff. We're going to talk about a comic book at some point. To get the not fun stuff out of the way, we were off, and when the passing of Catherine O'Hara happened, not really a DC connection, but the impact that woman had on my career and my life in general, just goes without saying. I mean, what can be said about Catherine O'Hara that has not already been said time and time again? I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, Matt.
I mean, I have two weird stories about her.
Yeah.
I think, look, I was a kid when Beetlejuice came out, and those, like, they're 80s movies, but I'm around. I saw them in the theater, and I remember, like, man, she's a psycho, but I never saw her in the stuff. Like, Beetlejuice is my introduction to her.
Yeah. Mine too. Yeah.
But I think I had a funny moment of, like, I watched, I'm the right age that I watched Home Alone dozens and dozens of times, but I don't think I've watched that movie. There's like probably a 20 or 30 year gap. Like, none of my kids got into it until this last 2 years, and they decided to watch it. And I'm watching that movie, and I'm like, I was too young to realize how beautiful his mom is.
Seriously, Catherine O'Hara she fell into that core category of no, you can't be that attractive and that funny. You can't have it both ways.
It was just really like, and not like trying to be creeper or nothing, but it's like when you're a kid, you're watching the kids, you're thinking about the kids. So to watch it and just go like, oh no, she's a beautiful woman.
Watching it, well, even in Beetlejuice, it's like, man, Catherine O'Hara was a babe.
Yeah.
But
maybe
also,
I would put up with that.
But also, Jesus Christ, she was funny.
And she could act.
And she could sing. I mean, her performance as Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas is half the reason that I think Catherine O'Hara is half the reason that movie does as well, because her performance as Sally in that. But you look at everything she did with Second City. I mean, Schitt's Creek. Come on. Yeah. It's funny. I'm in the middle of a Schitt's Creek rewatch just because when the news broke. So that was kind of like now I have to finish it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I haven't watched The Studio, which I've heard. I've heard
good things, but I haven't tried.
And Seth Rogen gave a lovely dedication to her at they won an award at, I forget what the award was. There's so many of them nowadays.
Yeah,
but they dedicated it to her. So obviously, heartbreaking with it. But then just today, we're recording this Wednesday evening on the 11th. We heard the passing of James Vanderbeek. Fuck cancer, basically. And guys, just because they were both of the same kind of cancer, guys, I mean this with all sincerity. If you're pooping weird, go to the doctor. Like if seriously, like, as somebody with GI issues and with friends and people I know who have dealt with, similar, it's hard to tell when stuff's not right down there. And a lot of times what seems like something that could be nothing could actually be an early warning sign.
And sometimes, just be preventative. When you get to your mid-30s, late 30s, it's time to start seeing the doctor at least every other year.
I go every 6 months. I go every 6 months since I turned 30. And
yeah.
So yeah, but not to make light of it, but it's just you know,
he was way too young.
He was way too young,
younger than me.
Yeah, and Matt's old. And Catherine O'Hara, you know, Catherine O'Hara 71 is not exactly old either. I mean, it's a shame to lose, you know, two people who really, I mean James Vanderbeek, you know, Dawson's Creek, that show was,
yeah, even if you didn't watch the show, you know who he is.
I missed that. I was too young for Dawson's Creek. I was just barely too young for it.
I mean, the program, that's a crazy movie, and he's solid in it.
Yeah,
the football one. Did you ever watch it?
Oh yeah. I think that's about the. I'm not as familiar with James Vanderbeek's work because again, I was just of the wrong generation, but of what I've seen him in, and we talked a little bit about it before we came on. But I was a Power Rangers kid, and you know that like independent Power
ultra serious.
I hate this chair, guys. Subscribe to the chat. I said this on I hate this chair so much. Yeah, but he plays one of the Red Rangers in that. I think he plays Rocky, and it's just like I was actually when I was looking up because I wanted to check and see if he had done because he had done some voice work.
Yeah,
I was like if he had done like a DC one, and I was kind of shocked actually to see that he hadn't.
No,
like not. I was like, man, you would have figured at least once he would have done the voice of Superman. You know,
I mean, yeah, why not?
All things considered, but so yeah, so it's a shame to lose two people of who were just so beloved by their audiences and by their fans. So thank you very much to Catherine O'Hara and James Vanderbeek. And you know, there's not an easy way to do it, so we'll move on to some. I hate this chair so much. We'll move on to.
Hey, I'm kind of freaking out because I'm sitting down.
I know you might fall asleep. I was joking. When I was streaming over the weekend, I kept saying like because I was streaming like 2.5 hours at a time, and it's like subscribe and cash at me so I can get a new chair because I hate this chair. This chair sucks. So let's get into a little bit of us DC news here. This one's small. I just kind of want to gloss over it just because it's fun. A couple days, James Gunn, just without any real context, shared an image of Swamp Thing on his Instagram story, getting some speculation going like, is Mangold done? Is Mangold, are we getting closer? And you know, because that was one of the first ones when he announced his chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, that was the big one, and they have not strained from that. Like several things have gotten a pin put in them, but Swamp Thing they have not deviated from.
Yeah.
But pushing even further on that, DC Film News took that picture, took that screenshot, you know, posted it on Twitter like you do, is James Gunn teasing something? You know, somebody, you know, replied and tagged, you know, Vincent D'Onofrio like, looks like me and me talking to you, to which Vincent D'Onofrio then replied publicly, tell Gunn he knows I'm a huge fan. D'Onofrio wants Swamp Thing. D'Onofrio really wants Swamp Thing. On behalf of nerds everywhere, give it to him.
Why not? Like, all things aside, that I don't particularly care for the Daredevil show.
Right.
Acting wise, he's great.
Oh yeah, D'Onofrio ain't the problem.
yeah. But
the problem with that first season was just it was two shows scotch taped together.
That too.
Yeah. But D'Onofrio as Swamp Thing is look, you give Vincent D'Onofrio anything he wants.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, if D'Onofrio wants to play Catwoman, you at least let him do a screen test. You know what I mean?
Wasn't he Thor in that Babysitter movie back in the 80s?
Adventures in Babysitting?
Yes, he's Thor at the end.
Oh,
Thor.
My God, yes. Holy, I mean, my first introduction was Men in Black, just because of my age. But then from there, it was everything else because I was like obsessed with that guy.
Yeah,
pretty quick. But D'Onofrio wants it, give it to him. I don't have anything else to say on this. This was just like, I'm not gonna not talk about D'Onofrio wanting Swamp Thing.
I think why not?
Yeah. So James Gunn, text Vincent D'Onofrio. Look, hey, D'Onofrio, text him. It worked for Momoa.
Yeah. Publicly tweet that you want to be a character. It worked for Simu Liu.
I mean, look, cosplay on WhatsApp. It worked for Iman Vellani. Got her Ms. Marvel.
There you go. Let's do it.
Going into this is not necessarily negative news. It's something it's not shocking.
Okay.
Clayface pushed back to October.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not shocking. September, I mean, it's a body horror DC Clayface.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
Drop it in October. Why? I mean, September's fine.
Yeah, but October's better.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I mean, and it's not uncommon for a movie. Look, when last we left our heroes, James Gunn had said we were still waiting for the first final cut.
Yeah.
So odds are we've gotten the final cut and they've looked at it and said, okay,
let's reshoot it. No.
or basically just here's our notes. And they were like, okay, bump it 3 weeks.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Because like we're going to get to here in a little bit with our other piece of news we're going to talk about, you sometimes in your next set of edit, the tone can change a little bit in certain scenes, certain sequences, and you know what? You got to swap composers, or you've got to adjust some VFX. And this is Clayface we're talking about. I gotta imagine they want plenty of time for the VFX.
Oh yeah, definitely. Good
This
night. This is why I don't sit, folks.
You start sitting down, you start falling asleep. This is
some jumping jacks over here or something.
Yeah, but as much scrutiny as Hollywood is under nowadays for their CGI usage, and also just their rampant abuse of CGI editors and designers and things like that as well. Yeah. Clayface is one they're going to want to make sure they have all the time they need, because if you're doing body horror, like we talk, like with Mr. Fantastic, we talk about stretchy powers a lot, how that can look kind of dumb if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Clayface, kind of the same thing. We've never really done Clayface in live action before.
No.
This is like Gotham kind of did. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
So how this is a hard one, I think, to translate animation, because animation, comics, Clayface, no notes. Like you can do that to your death. Realistically, though, that is going to be a hard one to translate to live action and have it not look weird. So I would imagine that this was them going like, yeah, work on the visuals.
Yeah, take your time. But I think it's more of tone of this film probably made them say, let's amp up the horror, drop it in October. I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Or they may have even said like, hey, I know we said we were going for rated R. Back off.
Yeah.
We'll do a director's cut, but like we're not going for Terrifier Part 5 here.
Yeah.
But this is not, like I said, this is not really bad news or concerning. This is just, I mean, it's worth noting, but wake up, Matthew.
I know. Good night.
All right, we're gonna get to one more piece of news, and we'll talk about our other thing, which is this is just, again, not really a bad thing, which is that we hinted at the composer for Supergirl has swapped out. It was Ramin Djawadi. Now it is Junkie XL, longtime Hans Zimmer, Zack Snyder comic book guy. Yeah. I mean, say what you will about the movies, the scores for BVS Ultimate Edition and the Snyder Cut were dope. And also the score for, was it Deadpool 1 or 2? 2. Oh, yes. That's why right there. That's all you need right there is the you can't stop this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's my, when I was in the theater and I realized what was happening, I was like, oh yeah, no one else around me got it. No one else knew what I was laughing at. But Yeah. Now, Junkie XL is one of those guys. He's like Michael Giacchino. It's like he can do the score for anything, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Let him.
Yeah. Look, no matter what, hire the best people, no matter what they've done in the past. I don't think this is any like, hey, let's bring back Snyder talking nonsense. Like, we're just like, that's the only thing he's ever done. Please,
guys,
calm down.
The composer is not the filmmaker. I mean,
yeah,
Michael Giacchino has made some incredible scores for some crappy movies. Okay, Hans Zimmer, John Williams, they have great composers, great cinematographers, have worked on crappy movies.
It's okay.
It happens. Suicide Squad won an Oscar for hair and makeup because while that movie was bad, the hair and makeup was pretty goddamn good. Killer Croc looks like Killer Croc.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like pulling up his like his on IMDb here. First of all, he did the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. Nothing wrong with that.
True.
The Mad Max, Furiosa, the Godzilla Kong movies. Yes, he's done a lot of stuff with Zack Snyder. He's not the director. He's just the composer. It's gonna be okay. I mean, this guy's worked on Terminator Dark Fate, Alita Battle Angel, Tomb Raider.
And I like that movie. I don't know if you ever saw Alita Battle Angel. I thought it was a good movie.
I didn't. A lot of people did. I did.
I love that anime and that manga. So
it was the first Deadpool, not the second one.
Oh, that's still cool.
That's still good. Look, that first Deadpool had a good soundtrack too. But BVS, Point Break, Black Mass, Fury Road, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and the first one, 3. I mean, this guy's worked on a lot. This guy's a really good, experienced, talented composer. And it's clear he knows how to play in like the sci-fi dystopian, which is what Supergirl seems to be going for.
Sounds perfect.
Cool. On to our main thing we're going to talk about for the last chunk of the show here today, which is look, Lobo has been all over the news. All nothing but Lobo. We talked about Lobo a lot a couple weeks ago, you know, but I never really read a lot of Lobo comics, and Matt sent me this sucker. This Lobo the Last Zarnian. And this is like an OG copy too. Like I was flipping through the pages and I was like, oh, these are kind of faded. I got to be delicate with this. Like I'm gonna not really. I'm gonna re-emphasize. But yeah, so what a read!
Oh my gosh, so 90s, huh?
Oh, it's just some of those 90s shit I ever read in my life. Oh, it was like I was in a time capsule reading this because this is what shit was like when I was reading comics.
Yes,
it looked like this. It read like this.
This is really like Simon Beasley had been doing Judge Dredd, but this is what like catapults him into the stratosphere.
Yeah, this is good.
And his like, it's so funny because like the over the top violence in this cartoon, in this comic is absolutely hilarious.
And what's funny is a lot of it's like off screen.
Yeah,
like he goes up and rings the bell,
ping 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 ping,
moron, and then just in the next frame there's just blood on the desk and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I used to have respect around here and he's making a phone call.
Walking away with a bloody chain. It's like, what did he do?
Or what is it? The entire third issue is him fighting the dancing troupe.
Oh, but he stops in the middle of it to go, hey, these guys are actually really good. Hang on, I'm gonna take this in. Very nice. No, great footwork. It's like, oh my god, this guy actually is a fan. But also like the intercuts with like chapters from the book, his report card, the report card he did himself after he murdered his teacher for giving him a bad report card.
This guy's top notch. He's going places.
Professor, what's his name is? Oh my god, it was so. I mean, like, and that's man, like, if I had known this existed when I was younger, I would have tried to find a way to read this. You know what I mean? Like, this is one of those, like, this is exactly my cup of tea. This is exactly the kind of shit that got me into comic books. The sort of the heavy metal, dark, violent, edgy but still charming, like has a sense of humor. Oh my god, the end of the first issue made me laugh so hard because it's just like 9 panels of them progressively zooming out on him flying away with the teacher, and she's just nagging and nagging and nagging, and the last panel is just him just going, ah! It's like, oh my god, this was so like I always loved Lobo, but it's like, okay, like now it's like this is,
and you can see Jason Momoa.
You can 1,000%
see him there.
Jason Momoa. I'm honestly, by the end of halfway through, I was like, just make this into the movie. Just spin this off into Jason Momoa's Lobo movie.
Make that a Peacemaker level rated live action show.
Yes, make this your next HBO Max series right here after Lanterns. Just an 8 episode, Lobo series.
Just do 4.
1 per issue.
Just keep it. I mean, yes,
but just God, you could. This is such a great like story in a bottle, self-contained. You can swap out any of these characters for anything that exists in the current DCU. You can get Superman involved. You can get Guy Gardner involved. You can do, I really hate this chair. You can do whatever. This is, again, it's kind of like with Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. It's like, I'm trying to get, there we go.
You're there. I saw you.
You can kind of, you've got great bones that you can just kind of pick up and lift and plop where you need it, and then separate how you need to. And it's like, so if this is, and again, if they're pulling heavily from 90s stuff, like they are clearly with what they're doing in the DCU right now, and if they're bringing Lobo in, like you said when we talked about it, you don't bring in Jason Momoa if you're not gonna keep using him.
Yes. Yeah. So if you did that as a show, that would be absolutely bonkers and fantastic. And I think you do. I mean, who
do you cast to play the teacher? Because that's ultimately what the show is: Momoa as Lobo and whoever you cast as his teacher, and they have to have killer comedic chemistry. And unfortunately, Catherine O'Hara is no longer with us.
Dame Judi Dench.
Oh, dude, you can't use Dame Judi Dench. She's like not much longer for this world.
Dame Judi Dench.
Well, she also officially is retired because she can no longer see. So that's a whole other thing.
Are you sure? Well, the sunglasses would work. I just keep thinking about she's one of the only people who could tell Jason Momoa to shut up, and he'd have.
Oh no, yes, Dame Judi Dench in her prime. Like I'm thinking, like as M in James Bond.
Yeah.
Yes. I think Catherine O'Hara as Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek in this role. I don't know.
Emma Thompson. You can use her. She's always amazing.
I was gonna say Tilda Swinton. I'm thinking like Tilda Swinton in like Constantine as kind of Gabriel sort of thing. Also, because I literally just watched an episode of What We Do in the Shadows where she's like this elder vampire council member, and I'm like, okay. I mean, if I was trying to think of somebody else, I mean, I don't know, like Cloris Leachman. I don't know, something. Yeah.
Martha Plimpton. Just have Martha Plimpton do it.
It would have to be some, like, I'm also thinking, like, because like you think about like The Naked Gun that just came out, where like out of nowhere Pamela Anderson's just in this movie again and like crushing it. So I think like it would almost have to be like someone. It's like, why in the hell is not that she's like why would Betty White be like that, like obscure of a caliber of like, really?
Why you got her to be in this? Why did she agree to this?
And suddenly I'm blanking on like really, you got Octavia Spencer to do this, really? Like, oh my god, Octavia Spencer.
Yes, there you go.
Yes,
you got it.
We did it. Octavia Spencer as Lobo's.
And then I would cast Daniel Craig as, I can't remember, is it Dax? I can't remember his name, the leader of the Legion who he's constantly calling.
Yeah, Dox.
Yeah, I would just cast Daniel Craig as him.
They can give it to David Desmelchin. He's always looking for something to do with James Gunn's DC.
I just think it would be so funny to see him getting so aggravated at
Oh, I know. Oh my god, I just watched Wake Up Dead Man the other day.
Yeah,
Watched any of those?
I've watched the first two.
Okay, it's good. I mean, I still think the first one's the best, but it's good. But I want to watch him play Benoit Blanc till the day he dies.
I don't see a problem with that.
No. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like it's got a small cast ultimately. Like the principal cast for this is pretty small.
Yeah.
You really just need Lobo, the teacher, and Docs. Those are really the three. Everything else is whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's nameless goons. It's a snake cop,
and it's so freaking funny. Like it's just if anybody out there has read Lobo the Last Czarian or Zarian, whatever they call it, Zarnian, it is so freaking hilarious. It's you really do. It is really his reintroduction into DC as a solo character. He explodes after this. They give him like 3 or 4 more miniseries. He is all over the place. It's kind of weird to think about, like him in Justice League is maybe 5 or 6 years after that book came out.
Right.
So
well, it's clear why they were like, we've got this show that is designed to sell Superman action figures.
Not that. I mean, I'm talking about him being in the Superman show, in the cartoon show.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
But I mean, it's just like he's just so all over the place.
Keith Giffen, man,
yes.
I love the intro. The foreword he had written at the beginning. Keith was on to something.
Yeah,
with this, that I mean, he takes it. He has him go to basically the DC version of Ryza, and just tell everyone, y'all got 5 hours to be gone, or you're dead.
Yes, and then he just sits back and watches everybody lose their minds,
and it's just like, okay, now I'm having fun. Like, okay, it's I love it's just
the chaos he brings.
Yes, to me, when people talk about like Deathstroke being Deadpool's kind of DC analog.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Lobo. It's Lobo.
He predates Deadpool too.
He does predate Deadpool.
Big time.
I mean, everybody knows Deadpool was meant to be just a spoof. But like, man, again, always been a Lobo fan. Never wanted to see Lobo have his own thing more than I do like after having read this.
The best part of this is there's another graphic novel, and I think my friend has it. I have the combined. It's 3 graphic novels. It's that book. It's I forgot what the name of it is, but it's like Lobo telling his story.
Okay.
So it's a choose your own adventure graphic novel where like you'll read and he'll say, if you want to hear about Lobo's start, do this. But it's like, it is a reprint of a bunch of his stories with a bunch of filler art to explain what's happened. And he basically gets caught in a time loop and he keeps doing all the stuff. But it's funny because it's, instead of just being like Lobo's greatest hits, it's Lobo's greatest hits, but this weird combined storyline.
I like that.
Then,
that's fun.
And then the third book is called The Wisdom of Lobo.
Okay.
And it's just a completely blank graphic novel.
That's
it's just so hilarious.
Flawless 10 out of 10. No notes. I mean, the fact that like a boss fight in this graphic novel is a spelling bee.
Yes.
Is hysterical.
Yes.
I famously say, if something can make me laugh, I am already 2/3 of the way on board. This thing made me laugh constantly.
Yes.
Oh, and it never felt forced. This gave me like James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy vibes.
Yeah.
In a good way. Just in that like, oh yeah, you can just go be weird and space it. And who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, really enjoyed this. So if you guys have not read Lobo the Last Zarnian, good luck finding a copy, but if you can,
It wasn't difficult. It's on eBay. You just have to be willing to pay for which one you want.
It's on the DC app.
That's true.
I looked but what a great Lobo story. If you haven't read it, check it out. Seriously, cannot recommend it enough, and really hope that I'm hoping that that Supergirl does well enough and Momoa is as good as we all think, is half as good as we think he's going to be, that they'll just be that he'll just kind of walk into James Gunn's office and just slap this on a desk and just go make it.
Yeah. Just find the scripts, translate them. It's fine.
Find a writer. Yeah, seriously. Like, seriously. Just get the original scripts and just one-to-one it. I mean, you don't need to do much.
Yeah, nothing at all.
So if you guys have read it, let us know in the comments what you think. On your way down, subscribe to the channel.
God, talk it.
I know you're still flipped, aren't you?
Or now it's been flipped for years and now it's normal.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But
I'm sorry, you're right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. But also make sure you guys follow us on social media at DC Junction. You can find me on social media at Mr. Mike Shea.
Find me across all social media at the House of Man.
And that'll do it for this week on DC Junction. We'll see you guys again next time there is something DC to talk about.
Bye-bye.